It's the transactions that we do that give us the income and the freedom to go do other things that probably at some point will replace everything that we get the benefit of in our production right now. That core business is so important to exposing, whether it's development, investments, buying rentals, things like that. It's just, it's all the bonuses that go along with being a really skilled agent, right?
I'm glad you brought that up, because I was just thinking about probably about this time last year. I was really struggling with trying to grasp that same concept. Why are we doing all the transactions? What's the point? I almost felt really detached from the business and didn't get an emotional return from really anything that happened. We'd have sales, we'd have pending properties, and I wasn't getting a good emotional return from it. And so I spoke to a great leader in the company about the issue, because I felt that it was affecting my production and affecting, my why, my motivation. And he pretty much said that same point. So I really want to stress that, because other people may be feeling that same way as well. What's the point? Why am I doing it? The money's good. We've already got enough money saved up in the bank. And what's the reason on keeping on? And you've got to attach that to the freedom, to the vacations, to the freedom with bills. I mean, everything, the freedom to have options in life, to have options to do developments, to do construction, do everything, anything you want to do, but you have that option. And it starts with mastering the very first thing you got going, which is sales. And you have to master that first, get that platform running, and then you've got options in the other fields of desire as well.
Yeah. And this is that's probably just like all of those other options are the unseen benefit of this job, man. For the people that get in and probably would be really good at some of that other stuff, but they never develop the core, so they never develop the income and the foundation to be able to go do that stuff. What a shame, because there's probably some people that would be really, really good, but it has to start with that foundation. How do you go and take that next step if you can't sit down and make a great presentation to a buyer or seller on a single transaction?
You gotta push. It's like if we go up a hill and you've got a huge boulder in front of you, 500-pound boulder, and you're trying to push it up the hill, you can't do anything. You can't have an arm free. You've got to push that boulder up the hill before you focus on anything else.
Yeah.
So that's the focus is, yes, I want to get into a ton of other ventures and businesses and industries, but I understand that I've got a 500-pound boulder on top of me. I've got to push it up to the top of the hill, get it stabilized, and then I can go into something else, and have the freedom to do that. But as of right now, I've still got to push the business in the right direction. And that's just kind of my mentality as well for it.
That's a great visual, great analogy.